discussing the this nomenclature for the inorganic refrigerants. In inorganic refrigerants, what will designate? We will use first R as it is. R represents the refrigerant, and followed by the this after that R 7 number is represented, and this 7 number is representing the inorganic refrigerants. So that is representing the inorganic refrigerant, followed by the molecular weight of that refrigerant. Whatever the refrigerant we are using, we need to get the molecular weight of that and attach after the 7. That will be the designation for that. Like in case of ammonia, molecular weight for the ammonia is 17. The designation will become R7. 7 is representing the organic refrigerant, and 17 is representing the molecular weight. So this is how we will get the ammonia designation of the ammonia. Then carbon dioxide. So molecular weight of the carbon dioxide is 44. Designation become R744. So similarly for the water, these are the various examples. Molecular weight is 18 and designation becomes R718. All these are the different designations for different inorganic refrigerant. Next is the mixture. So if we are going to mix the different refrigerant in different ratio, then first of all, these are categorized in two manners. One is the azeotropic, zeotropic. In case of azeotropic, what is the azeotropic? When we are mixing two or more refrigerant as per their proportion as per our requirement, if the boiling temperature, boiling point of those refrigerant same, then that is known as the azeotropic. If the boiling point of the refrigerant is different, then we designate that as a zeotropic. So this is the basic, or we also know that is also say as a we can say that as a non-azeotropic mixture. So those are azeotropic and boiling point is same, boiling temperature is same, then that is represented by the 500 series. If the zeotropic mixtures are there, it means that two different mixtures are the A and B. This is having boiling point of say 100 degrees centigrade. This is boiling point of 125 degree. So these two different mixed refrigerants are there. They are going to mix and to make X refrigerant, which is a zeotropic and which is having a different boiling temperature, and it is designated by the series of 400, sorry, represented by a series of 400. These are the various examples for azeotropic mixture. As you can say R500, this is a mixture of R12 and R152A. What A represents here, as we discussed earlier, A is representing the isomers of this R152. Different structure is there without changing the composition, without changing the molecules. Basically the different composition, different structure is there, then this A is representing which is the isomer of that substance. Okay, then R502. There are hundreds of azeotropic mixture you can make. You can make your own azeotropic mixture by changing the percentage of 1, 2 and 3 refrigerant as per your requirement. It will give different properties as per the application. Okay, so you need to define those things. So if you need to use for a certain application, all these properties of all these mixtures, azeotropic mixtures are available. You can choose accordingly. Okay, next, these are the examples for zeotropic mixture. As we discussed, zeotropic mixtures are represented by the series of 400. These are the various mixtures, and here you can see R404, R125 is used, and R143A is used, R134A is used. Percentage is 4%, 52% and 42%. The various mixtures are there, various components are there, and it becomes R404A. And interesting thing is this boiling point of this boiling temperature in all these three refrigerants are different. That's why this is known as the geotropic mixture. So these are the other various examples. You can go through this. Okay, no need to remember this. So take care of this thing. You will get data for all these properties if you need to use it, or charts we can refer for that purpose. Okay, Next is the hydrocarbons. So various hydrocarbons like propane and butane, isobutane, different designations are there. There is no common structure in between this, like R 290, R600, R600A. This is the why this A is there, because the isobutane, this is the same chemical formula remains the same but structure is different, that's why A is used. Okay, unsaturated hydrocarbons are uh, 1150, C2H4 is there, R1270, C3H6 is there. These are the various designations for the hydrocarbons. Okay, next we will discuss here this eco-friendly refrigerants. So what are the various eco-friendly refrigerants? If we'll say what is the eco-friendly, as earlier days what we are using for the refrigeration purpose, we are using the matka for to cool down the water. So that is the eco-friendly. We are not disturbing any nature. But right now what we are using a refrigerant, we are providing the electricity, chlorofluorocarbons are there due to the refrigerant, and heat is also generated. Those are not eco-friendly. Okay, similarly for the refrigeration purpose, earlier days eco-friendly techniques was used, but there are certain issues with that. Similarly, eco-friendly refrigerants are also there, like one of the oldest refrigerant and most commonly used natural refrigerant is ammonia, which is used for the purpose of refrigeration. Ammonia has good thermodynamic and thermophysical and environmental properties. So all properties are, but the only disadvantage in this ammonia is it is toxic. So that's why ammonia is not recommended for the domestic refrigeration systems, or systems where food is involved, like in case of cold storage or other activities where food is involved, or toxicity should not be there in that case. Okay, so that's why ammonia is not that much recommended. And ammonia is not compatible with some common materials such as the copper. If we are using the copper construction to make the refrigerator, and it is not compatible with the copper, that is the main reason for of not using the ammonia. Other natural refrigerants, like in case of hydrocarbons and carbon dioxide, these are the basic, in spite of some practical problems, these refrigerants being considered as a environmentally safe, इसके बावजूद भी ये environmentally safe consider किए जाते हैं, inexpensive. So these are readily available in the nature, good performance, they are giving the good performance also. So these are the various eco-friendly refrigerants. Now here we are doing the comparison between the different refrigerants. So here you can see R11, which is a CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, and this is the boiling point, and this is the latent heat, which is a 182.5 kilojoule per kg. This latent heat means this enthalpy, if we draw that curve, this is the in between the that dom, this is the HFG. Okay, you can get all these values from the charts. Okay, there is no issue. Critical temperature for this 197.98, Cp upon Cv value is there. This ozone depletion potential is there, global warming potential is there. So you can see global warming potential for this is 3500. In case of ammonia it was 1200. So, and here you can see ozone depletion potential is 1, and it is recommended to have the ozone depletion potential should be 0. So what is the application of R11? These are the various application: large air conditioning system, industrial heat pumps, as a blower. Okay, these are the various applications. And in order to prevent this, as I already told you, this zone depletion potential should be 0. There are certain substitute of this one, and alternatives of this R11, which is the R132, R141B, R245 FA, and naphtane. Okay, all these are the various substitute this of this R11. Okay, next one is R12. This is the boiling point, latent heat, critical temperature, Cp upon Cv, this or you can say gamma also, ozone depletion potential, global warming. See the global warming potential of the 7300. So this is used for the domestic refrigerator, small air conditioning, water cooler, small cold storage. So these are the various alternatives of this R12, R22, R134A, R227. So these are the various alternatives where the somehow you will get the benefits like global warming potential will be reduced, or ozone depletion potential will be reduced, and the conductivity may be increased. In all these cases, as per your requirement, you choose the refrigerants, because certain refrigerants which is having the higher global warming potential are not available today. Okay, those refrigerants are banned by the international societies. Okay, next one is the R22. Okay, R134. Here you can see global warming potential for this R this R134A, which is a 1200, and ozone depletion potential is 0. Okay, and here you can see very low ozone depletion potential, and global warming potential is 1500. So these are the refrigerants, these are alternatives, these are the applications. So you can go through this, so there is no issue. There are plenty of this refrigerants are there. I'll provide you list of that, okay, during the running course. So this is the R7717, R744, which is the this carbon dioxide. This is the ammonia. These are the various properties of the ammonia. Boiling point, latent heat. You can see latent heat is very high. But if you have a high latent heat, then performance will be very good. Here you can see in case of ammonia, zone depletion potential and global warming potential both are very good as per ideal condition, as per the ideal condition. But the only thing is that toxic, flammable, incompatible with the copper, highly efficient, that is a good thing, inexpensive and available. So these two things make this candidate ammonia to be non-selective for a various purpose. So we need alternative. There is no replacement of this as of now, no replacement required. So we don't want the replacement of this one, but we need to handle this thing, these two things. Okay, and then carbon dioxide is this is used for the, here also you can see zone depletion potential is very 0, not very low, it's not there, and global warming potential is only 1. So cold storage purpose, air conditioning, refrigeration, simultaneous cooling and heating, all these purpose. No replacement is required, very low critical temperature, eco-friendly, inexpensive and available. So these are the various refrigerants. Other alternative refrigerants or main refrigerants are there. I'll provide you that list. You can go through this, and during the running course we'll discuss all those things. Thank you so much. Thank you.